of profit will be SP minus CP. Alright, now move to next point. That is also an important point. If SP is less than CP, then what will happen? If SP is less than CP, then we have a loss, which means in case of loss, SP is smaller than CP. Alright, or we can say that in case of loss, CP is always greater than SP. So the formula of loss will be CP minus SP. Alright, these are the two important points. Again, I'm repeating, in case of profit, SP will be bigger. In case of loss, CP will be greater. Now, the third and important point is profit and loss. Profit and loss is always counted on CP, which means we have to count whether profit or loss always on CP. You can see here, so the formula of profit percentage, here profit percent and loss percent will come. So profit percentage will be equal to SP minus CP, that is profit. It will be counted on CP, so formula will be SP minus CP by CP into 100. Similarly, the formula of loss percent will be CP minus SP, that is loss, counted on CP, you can see here, into 100. So this is the formula of profit percent and this is the formula of loss percent. And the last and very important tricks is, you can see the next one, CP is always 100%. You have to always assume CP 100%. While solving any question of profit and loss, you have to assume CP always 100%. So these are the 4 important tricks you have to keep in your mind while solving the question. Now let us see how these 4 points will be helpful to find out the answer quickly. Now let us see the first question. You can see here the first question on the screen. What the question is exactly saying: by selling an article for rupees 600, a man lost 25%, right? By selling an article for rupees 600, a man lost 25%. At what price he will sell the article to make a profit of 40%? What the question is saying? The question is saying we are selling an article for rupees 600 and we are making a loss of 25%. All right. And what price he should sell the article to make a profit of 40%? So how we will calculate directly? Now let us see what are the 4 points. The first and the last point I mentioned in the previous slide, that CP is always 100%. Now assume CP 100%. Now see here, CP is always 100%. All right. Now see, if the loss is 25%. Now one thing I'm asking you, if CP is 100% and I'm getting a loss of 25%, which means SP will be equal to how much? 75%. Alright, if CP is 100% and we are getting a loss of 25%, which means SP will be 75%. What the question is saying: by selling an article for rupees 600, a man lost 25%. So directly we can see that this 75% must be equal to 600. Alright, this 75% must be equal to 600 and we have to find the value. At what price he will sell the article to make 40% profit? If we have to make a profit of 40%, then we'll have to sell the article 140% because CP is 100%. So we have to find the value of 140%, right? If 75% 600, then we have to find the 140%. 140% will be equal to 600 by 75 into 140. So here you will calculate the value. So if you will calculate here, so directly I'm writing the answer. 600 by 75 into 140, so you will get here 1120. So you can see the first options will be the correct answer of this question. So what are the tricks and what are the approaches you have to keep in your mind? That CP is always 100%. Then SP will be 75. 75% is equal to X. Directly we can find out the value of 140%. There is no need to assume whether X or Y. Alright, now let us move to next question and let us see what the next question is saying. You can see here the next question is saying A bought toffee at the rate of 15 per rupee and sold them at the rate of 12 for a rupee. his gain percent is. Now, this is a very important question, and so many times this question has come in the examination as well. Now, what are the tricks and what is the approach and what is the trick? Now, see here. A man bought toffee at the rate 15 per rupees, which means for 15 toffee he is getting for rupees 1. Rupees 1 he is getting 15 toffee, and similarly he sold them at the rate of 12 for rupees, which means for 1 he is selling 12. Clearly you can see here 15 toffee I am purchasing for 1 rupee and 12 I am selling for 1 rupees, which means directly or indirectly the person has profit of 3 toffee. So directly how we will calculate the tricks. Now see what things we have to keep in your mind, because directly we can see here we are getting a profit. So if we are getting a profit, that means we have two things, that is CP and SP. Now what is CP and what is SP? As I already mentioned in the previous slide, that in case of profit, SP is always greater than CP, which means two numbers here we have 15 and 12. Right, 15 and 12 two number we have, and we know that here we are getting a profit. So two numbers, that is SP and CP. Now which one will be SP and which one will be CP? Now see, firstly, as we all know that profit percent or loss percent is depend on the ratio of CP and SP. So here we can also make the ratio of, so here we get the ratio, you can see here 3 5 times and this is 3 4 times. Now we are getting a profit here, so bigger number will be, we can assume SP, and smaller number we can assume here CP, right? So the difference is here 1, and profit and loss is always counted on CP, which means in the denominator which one will come? 4 will come, multiply 100. So here you will get the answer 25%. So men will get a profit of 25%. Check the option, you can see here second option will be the correct answer of this question. And you can see here it is a very easy trick to solve the answer. Directly we can solve as well, because how we can solve directly, there is a difference of 3 will count on 12, directly we will get the answer 25. There is no need to use pen and paper, directly you can also calculate if you have the basic concept which I mentioned earlier. Now let us move to next question and see what the next question is saying to us. Now see, next question is saying if the cost price of 12 orange is equal to selling price of 10 orange, then the profit or loss percentage. This question is a very important question, and this question has come in the SSC or bank examination so many times. So if you are preparing for any competition, this questions can be a important question as well. And what are the tricks, how we will solve this question? I'll give you two tricks. Directly you can solve, or without using pen and paper you can also solve. Firstly, here you have to check whether we are getting profit or loss. Now how we will calculate? See, CP of 12 orange, question is saying CP of 12 orange is equal to SP of 10 orange. Now see, CP of 12 orange is equal to SP of 10. Firstly we have to check whether it is, whether in this case profit or loss. Now see, I am purchasing 12 articles. I am purchasing 12 articles for some rupees. Now when I am selling 10 articles, we are getting the same amount. What I am saying, I am purchasing 12 articles, alright. Suppose, and you can say I am purchasing 12 articles for some rupees and I am selling 10 articles for the same amount. So here we have the 2 articles remaining. So if we will sell the 2 articles, then we have profit. So here we can say that in this condition we have profit. So if we have the profit, similarly on the same way we can say that two number we have 12 and 10, make the ratio. So here we will get 2 6 times, 2 5 times. Alright, in case of profit this will be SP and this will be CP. Alright, right, this will be SP and this will be CP. Here difference is 1, and profit and loss will always counted on CP. 1 by 5 into 100, if you will solve here you will get the answer 20%, and you can see the first option is the correct answer of this question. how you will solve without using pen and paper. Now see, if the cost price of 12 orange is equal to selling price of 10 orange, remember one thing what I'm saying. If cost price of 12 orange is equal to selling price of 10 orange, that means you have the profit of 2 orange. So what you have to see, you have to take the difference. Profit and loss will always count it on CP. So in denominator 10 will come, multiply, you will get the answer 20%. So without using pen and paper you can also solve, and this is a very important trick. By using this trick you can also solve the question in the examination as well. So there is no need to assume whether x and y. Now let us move to next question and see what the next question is saying to us. You can see here, this is a very important question as well. This question has come in the SSC mains examination so many times, and in banking examination so many times. So we have taken the top questions which comes in the examination so many times. Now let us see what this question is saying. A dealer sold two types of good for rupees 10,000 each, and one of them he sold, he lost 20%, and on the other he gained 20%. His loss or his gain or loss percent in the entire transaction was. Now what the question is saying? Question is saying a dealer sold two types of goods for rupees 10,000 each, which means he is selling the first one in the 10,000, and on the same way he is selling the second one in the 10,000. And on the first article he get he's getting loss of 20%, and on the other article he is getting a profit of 20%. So entire loss or profit will be. This question we have two types. These questions can be solved within two methods. So how we will solve? Now see, firstly I'm telling the basic method, and then I'll tell you the trick of this question. What is the basic method? Now see, this is the first article, and this SP of this article is the 10,000. All right. Now here we have the loss is 20%. If we have lost 20%, then we have two numbers, that is 80 and 100. All right. If we have loss, then we have two numbers, that is 80 and 100. Now in case of loss, CP is always greater than SP. So CP will be greater than this one. So how we will make this one greater? So if we have to find the CP, this multiply by 100 and divide by 80. So here you will calculate the CP. On the same way SP we have CP we have for the first article. Similarly we will calculate CP for the second article. So how we will calculate? Now see, on the same way SP is 10,000. All right. Here we are making a profit of 20%. So if profit is 20%, then we have two numbers, that is 120 and 100. Right. In case of profit, CP is smaller than SP. So we have to find the CP. So how we will calculate? We have to make smaller this one. So how we will make this smaller? Multiply by 100 and divide by 120. So here you will get the CP and CP, then add the CP, add SP, you will get the entire profit or loss. So this is the basic method to solve these questions. But in the examinations we will not go by this method because this will take a time in the examination. So how we will solve and what is the trick? Now let us see. If you find this type of question in the examination that the selling price of two article is same, selling price of two article is same, and on the first article we are getting 20% profit, or in the second article we are getting 20% loss, which means profit and loss are same on the two different articles. So we always have loss. We always have loss, and the formula will be x square by 100, and x will be, you can see, 20. So here we will solve 20 multiply 20 by 100. So here we have the loss 4%. All right. So the entire transactions loss percent will be 4%. So this is the trick of these type of question. If you find this type of question in the examination, go by this trick, you will get the answer quickly. Right. Now let us move to next question and see what the next question is saying to us. Now this is a very important question because in the previous questions we have the selling price, and in this question we have the cost price. How we will solve? Now see,